Good evening and welcome to Atlantic Television Network. Ekpo Temple is my name, and it's another beautiful evening where we take a look at happenings in the world of sports. On the menu, action continues in the U.S. Open, and in football, Nigeria Premier Football League Board gives reason for postponement of the league kickoff from this weekend. Details of this and many more will be yours in AGF. Welcome back from that short break. It's still Sports Extraordinary here, and it's that time of the day where, of course, we look at what we have. Joining us again is, of course, our in-house analyst and one man who understands, who traverse sports, who talk. Countries creating niche for themselves. That's my concern. Countries like Rwanda, there are countries in Africa who are known for a particular thing. And, I mean, it's lovely to really see that this is happening. But what can we do to make sure that a lot of countries in Africa are known for a lot of sports?
Well, it goes about grassroots development and putting money, resources, and also time to all those sports. In fact, sometimes we see that these countries, they have the federation is there, but there's no funding and so many things. They can't get even sponsorship to sponsor some of their events or what they are planning to do. So if they can be able to get the right fundings and also have good people that will be able to sit on that seat and be able to carry the federation forward, I think they can be able to make those sports very relevant. And also, they need to do more about grassroots development. I think that is where the talent is. You have to go down to the grassroots to make sure that these talents are being nurtured, and that is the steps if they really want these sports like table tennis. It's not really that big in the country, but we know of Arena Quadri and some other table tennis players who has...
section of the U.S. Open, the 143rd edition of the U.S. Open, and I can tell you for sure that Aina Sabalenka...
Looking at that game, Marketa Vondrousova, she won the Wimbledon Open, so a lot of people are expecting her to maybe get to the finals of this event, but it was not really very easy for her. Madison Keys, in this tournament, has proved that she's, I don't know what I would call her, the underdog, and she has been beating everybody that comes her way. And for me, that was a very, very good one for Madison Keys. As for Arina Sabalenka, it's going to be a very tough one for her. During the week, we heard that she will be the world #1, no matter what happens in the tournament. So I think that has given her extra motivation. And Madison Keys, for me, I'll be looking forward to a final like that. But they just have to do it. They just have to win their opponent in the semi-finals. Arina Sabalenka, she's motivated now to get to the finals. Also, Mochova, I don't really know what's her motivation, but against Gogo Goff, I think it's going to be a very tough one because Gogo Goff has also been very fantastic in this tournament. So the two women will be looking to make it a final for the US come on Saturday. So for me, let them get past the semi-final first, but they are motivated to.
When you look at Ben Shitting,
for granted, and Ben Shitting, the American, also the fans. I don't know. He has not really paid his dues to get all the right support. But when you're playing at home, I think you will still get that support that you need. So it's going to be, let me say, a tough one for. Will it be a tough one? I don't think. And Novak Djokovic has shown that he's a big-time player. We have seen in this tournament coming from 2 sets down to win games, and he's somebody that even in the face of losing, he can turn it to a victory. So I see him getting to the finals. Ben Shelton should wait. His time will come to dominate. But this time around, I think Novak Djokovic is there, and the game will be his own at the end.
Well, let's see who will win at the $3 million that awaits the winner of this year's U.S. Open in the finals. This is going down in New York, and of course, when we talk about it, because it was not there. But a lot of them would think that if they get to the finals, if Novak Djokovic and Alcaraz get to the finals, I mean, it's going to be a cagey one because they have won each other 1-1 in recent time. We saw what played out in the Southern Conference, you know, the Cincinnati Open.
Cincinnati, yes.
Yeah, the Djokovic won that particular one, and then we're going to see this one again. So, on par, if they get to the finals on Sunday, who do you think will have a better hands?
You know, Carlos Alcaraz defeated Novak Djokovic in the Wimbledon Open, so I think he's having that edge now. Like I can beat this veteran in any finals I go. I know the Cincinnati. You cannot really judge Carlos Alcaraz by that tournament, but I think coming to this tournament, I think he knows what is at stake. He knows he was the winner last year in that tour, so he's going to do so much to make sure he retains that title. For Novak Djokovic, he wasn't there last year because of some COVID-19 restrictions and all that. But this year, he's kind of charged to get back that title. And let's see how it goes. For me, I will stick with Carlos Alcaraz. I think he's the future. He's the future. I know that Novak Djokovic is looking to equal Margaret Court's record of 24 Grand Slam. But for me, I would like to go with the younger guy, Carlos Alcaraz. I think he's there to make a name. Novak Djokovic have already made names with different titles, and for me, I will go for Carlos Alcaraz.
Well, we keep our finger crossed, and let's know where the pendulum will swing to. The female semi-finals comes up tomorrow, and after then, the same with the male, and then, of course, we'll have a one-day rest courtesy of the finals of the female. We'll keep our finger crossed, and we are all watching and to see the finalists, how they will emerge tomorrow in the male and in the female category. With that, I'll go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about football. We are the Nigerian Football Premier League Board. They've postponed the kickoff of this weekend opener in the league. Welcome back from that short break. I see Sports Extraordinary here on Atlantic Television Network. Let's talk about football now, and we'll start from the home scene, where the board of Nigerian Women's Football League yesterday rolled out plans to achieve and improve women's league for the season of 2023-2024 and beyond. As part of this strategic plan to improve the level of the league, the board said that it has developed women's football, rising aimed at improving the capacity of the league. I mean, every start of the season, we get to see things like this, we hear this, we hear that, you know. But for me, I want to start seeing action. Look at the WSL in England. You know, there's development, there's growth. You look at the female league in South Africa. It looks like it's more lucrative even now. But ours, we beat at our chest, and then at the end of the day, we hear complaints and all that. So, what do you think the board should do now that we don't have the lady who used to chair the league before now, and we have a new board now? What should be their strategic point to achieving some of the things that they have listed out?
Well, I think looking down the years, I think our league have not really improved that much. I think the number of things for me is okay, but the level of play and also the resources that have been put into the league is not anything to write home about. We see the teams not really having that so much quality. I know in terms of, you say, Bayelsa Queens, Rivers Angels, Delta Queens on the trying to make something happen. And you have seen our performance in recent times in CAF Women Champions League. We have not really done well. In fact, the first time was Rivers Angels, then Bayelsa Queens now won. But Delta Queens failed to even qualify during the Wafu B tournament that was held in Delta State. They failed to qualify. So for me, we have not really done so much in terms of development, in terms of nurturing these players. We have not really done so much. And if we can be able to put resources, money is very important, put money in development of this league, the welfare of the players, and so much more, I think we can get better quality from these girls or ladies, anyone you want to call it, because we have not really seen so much in recent times. So it's a problem. You talk about women football in Africa, other countries are now meeting up. It's not even meeting up. Even they are doing better than us. Talk about Morocco, South Africa is there. Even Zambia we don't even know before. They are pulling their weights now. So in women football, so we need to do more. I know during the last World Cup we did very well, and we should replicate that.
Things. And all of a sudden, I mean, you are saying that the league has been postponed. I do not know what you think about this postponement and the adverse effect or its implication on the support base of the league for this season.
I would have said I'm disappointed, but we are used to things like this. We are used to postponement. In fact, last season, due to postponement and postponement, they had to do an abridged league last season. This season, they said, okay, they want to start by August, follow the European calendar, but we have seen them postponing the league. This is the third time now they are going to postpone the league. So I don't really know the problem. They said it's sponsorship issues and all that. They said they are going to view the games, and they have trained some people that will make it happen and all that.
It's more like they really want to meet up before they kick off the league, you know, or because I mean, when you are giving something, it's difficult to really step it down. But what we saw last season, a lot of people want to see a better show. So,
better show, yes.
More like the pressure on them is just to
deliver.
Them.
Yes, maybe the pressure to deliver is what is making them not to start the league. They don't want to start the league, and it will be like the previous seasons. Maybe that's the reason. They want to put everything in check, better performance and everything. Maybe that's the reason. For me, I still think that they could have done this before now. They could have made these preparations before now. Let the league start. When you say the league will start, let it start there so that they can also finish on time. So for me, like I said, I don't know whether I will blame them or I will not blame them, but let them start when they deem it fit to start.
Away from the league, we hope to see, maybe after the annual general meeting on Sunday, I will get to see the reactions and what stakeholders will have to say regarding the start of the season, in the Nigerian Premier League. But talking about participation, yes, we have two of our clubs now preparing for the next phase of the CAF Confederation Cup. One of them is Rivers United. And for Rivers United, we hear that finally CAF have approved their stadium. That Dr. Misimaka said, making it easy for fans or to get in to watch their favorite team. Last year they applied, but I mean it was not possible. That was why they had to play all their games in Uyo. But it looks like Port Harcourt might not be the home now because everything is settled.
Yes, the home is so the support will be even more massive than when they were in Uyo to play those games. And for me, they will feel at home playing these games. So I'm very happy they are back to the stadium in Port Harcourt. At least let's see how it goes for them doing the qualification. At least they need to make sure they are in the group stage of the competition.
Of course, Rivers United have no more excuse as they need to ensure that they are part of the groups. I mean, they do so well at home in front of their fans. So, but it's a two-legged encounter. They'll play away before they come home. So
yes.
More like go away and do the needful before you even come back home.
Yes, they need to go away and get a very good result and finish everything at home in Port Harcourt. So for me, I think they have the quality, they are motivated, and I hope they do better.
They should do better. Now to the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, yesterday the camp came alive with the arrival of some new players, likes of Gift Oban, Victor Boniface, and Jordan Turunia Riga, who were part of the early arrivals. We also saw Francis Zoho, Adele Adebayo, Tyron Eboyi, Bruno Yomechi, and Samia Jaye. If you look at these players, a lot of them the argument has always been, when you have a dead rubber game against Sao Tome and Principle, why call these big names, to come and play out? Or are we still gelling? Are we still crying out that the team is here, the team is here to gel? So maybe like an ample time to really gel the team ahead of the AFCON. If you want to gel the team, I don't think it's a game between Sao Tome and Principe. I think the the NFF, should have maybe invited Binti players. I even wanted them to invite the home base Super Eagles, but they are not. The league has not started, and the coach, it will be also very difficult for the coach to even see these players because some of them are in preseason and he might not really know the level of performance from this player. So if I were the coach, I would have. NFF concluded with the signing of the coach's contract. And Senegal is there now. We still have Morocco. We still have Egypt. We still have Mali, Ghana. So we still have formidable forces in Africa. So the plan is to make sure they do well in the AFCON. Then, after then, we know whether the coach is really progressing or we need to hire another coach. Talking about doing well, a lot of stakeholders think that it will be difficult for them to win this one because you still have Senegal in the midst. Although Senegal is, when they come as a unit, they can be very dreaded. We have the likes of, like Morocco, Algeria, Egypt. These are teams that might pose a very strong threat to Nigeria getting to winning the AFCON. We have the quality, the players are there. It's just application from the coach to make it happen. But do you think that, like you said, you believe in the capacity of the coach to win this next year's African Cup of Nations? I'm not yet convinced. But I will need to see what he will do during these few international breaks that will come up. I need to see what the coach will do before then to be really convinced. I'm not really 100%, but let's give him a benefit of that to succeed and see how he will take this team. But I believe they can do it. Of course, there's this belief that truly Genetro, or did I say Genetro? Jose Peseiro, can be that man who will win the fourth title for Nigeria in the forthcoming African Cup of Nations. We'll keep our finger crossed that particular one. But then, biggest news the last 1 month has been about Spain after they won the World Cup, at the face. But as it stands now, to make it claim that it was not consensual, as Rubai is claimed, Jenny Hamaso has taken it a step further by complaining formally, and taking a legal complaint over the case. And she has formally, done that. And this will continue to trigger. We don't know whether there is more to the case or something else, but we hear that Rubilius has been provisionally suspended, pending investigation. Just within the week we saw Vida, strip of his job as a coach of the female team. So, this continues. A lot of things continue to unravel. It seems more like there's some bit of internal decay in the national team, and now this is just one of the bomb that is exploding a lot of those things that went down that we don't get to see. People are saying that it's enchanting, that we enchanted the man, and for me, for the lady to come out to lay complaint, I don't know. Lady to come out to lay complaint, I don't know whether somebody is backing her to do all these things or what. But the president said it was consensual or something like that. So many issues. So many issues. You don't have the mindset to take it to. That's what I'm saying. Maybe because she came out to debunk to say that they should leave the man. But somehow it looks like pressure is. Pressure. Yes, so somebody is backing. There are people that are backing her to make those statements because I saw the video. I didn't see anything wrong with what I don't know. But I may be wrong. I didn't see anything wrong with what the man did, but. Like I said earlier, they said they have been having an internal issues with the man before now, and they used that opportunity to bring up the matter again. Even for the tournament, I heard they sacked some of the players and all that. They had to bring a new team for that tournament, and so many other things that is happening in that federation. So
for me, if it was me, I wouldn't have made any headline on that story. I saw what happened during the presentation, and I don't see any big deal in that. If it is me, I didn't see any big deal in what really happened, but they have decided that it was wrongdoing. So let's allow the court and let's allow FIFA to do the needful, make their investigation and see what comes out of it. But for me, I see no wrongdoing.
A lot of people think that this is about witch hunting. Luis Rubias, this is the main part of it because while the man is provisionally suspended, the man has no power, and to make it look like truly he defaulted or he faulted, he sexually has committed a crime. A lot. Jenny Hamaso has taken it up a step further by legally complaining, about it, and that means that if there's anything that will make him come back, some of these things will be appendages to the case. But we'll keep our finger crossed. This is a recent development, but we're going to watch out to know what is happening, between Luis Rubias, FIFA, the FEFP, in Spain, and then more from other stakeholders who are looking into this matter. But away from that, still from some national team news, Bayern Munich midfielder Jamal Musiala has withdrawn from the German squad with a back injury. The Bundesliga club have announced that the 20-year-old, who of course missed the Bayern last 2 matches with a hamstring issues, but returned to training earlier this week. Unfortunately, he won't be part of the team that will face Japan and France in the international friendly on Saturday and next week, Tuesday, respectively. The news comes up a day after Musiala was nominated for the Best Young Player Award at this year's Ballon d'Or ceremony. This is certainly not a good one for him. The opportunity like this, he should be able to exercise himself and play as a young lad, but injury concerns sometimes can be very devastating.
Yeah, the season is just starting, and he has not really played much this season because of injuries and all that. He came back before the international break, and maybe the club have advised him, the club doctors have advised him to at least stay back and get fit. Maybe the next international break, he will be able to participate. It's not good to risk the injury. I know he's still very young, and injuries can heal quickly when you're very, very young. So it's better he stays back and watch from home. But I know he's somebody that anytime he's donning that Germany...
and that takes us now to games already played and the ones we're going to see. The international break is on now, and more games from today. Qatar played the 1-0 draw with Kenya. Getting to see Qatar, Kenya is not the biggest of football team in Africa, but Qatar looks like what they did at the World Cup. They're not just contented with that. They want to move a step further. Playing some of the friendly games, will really keep them in shape.
Yes, after they hosted the World Cup, people noticed what they can do, and they're trying to make a name for themselves. And playing the African team is good. They didn't win. He ended in a draw. At least it's something. At least keeping in shape. We know they are not really that big in terms of football. In fact, the World Cup really gave them, made people to notice them. Yes, publicity. And for me, it's good they are playing the games, at least trying to make the players to be fit and all that. So for me, it's a very good one.
Very good one. And then we also saw a game between Bulgaria and Iran. It ended 1-0 in favor of Iran. Norway, today we play against Jordan. And that game should be on now. Austria versus Moldova. Wales will host South Korea. And then tomorrow we're going to see friendlies from Indonesia who play against Turkmenistan. Saudi Arabia versus Costa Rica. And then China will play against Malaysia. South Africa hosts Namibia in the AFCON qualifiers. Germany versus Japan. And these are some of the games to expect. The international window is more like a rest period for some players, naturally.
Yes, if some countries even use opportunity to play some friendly games. People that don't have maybe any games doing the free window use it to at least try some players and all that. And for me, it's good. Even some European teams, even when they have games, they try to play 1 or 2 friendlies with the additional games they have doing the window. For me, it's good, but like I always say, the players, so much stress on the players, and I don't know. So some of the clubs have advised the teams that they should not use the players in all matches. So maybe you give them, his name should be on that list. And I'm not surprised the name is there because he did so well doing the last. In fact, last season he did very, very well.
Last season he did very well, and of course, one lady who also having to sing to Nigeria, and this is record breaking, Sister Goshola also listed. It calls for joy too.
Yes, I think it's a very nice one. I think her club, Barcelona, won the Women's Champions League. It was also one of the highest goal scorers in that league. So for me, it deserves to be there because of her performance during last season. She was very, very fantastic for his club. And, well, you could say maybe he was not really that fantastic for his country. But during the last World Cup, he came in one of those games and scored. But I think the performance will be from the club level because she was very, very fantastic in club level. So for me, it's good we have two Nigerians, one in the men's side and one in the women's side, appearing in the top 30 list. For me, I'm very happy to be a Nigerian.
And now let's talk club football. This time, Manchester United says they are taking allegations made against winger Anthony seriously after he was accused of abusing his former girlfriend. And this is quite interesting because when you look at Anthony, recently, the Brazilian national team was supposed to be playing for Brazil right now. You know, they dropped him because of the case against him, abusing his former girlfriend, hitting her via head boot, and then causing her some injury worries. Sometimes when these cases come up, you know, like the case of Mason Greenwood and all that, I do not know, but it looks like this national team takes these cases very seriously.
Yes, because of their brand, you know, some of all these are branding, and some clubs don't really want to associate themselves with, especially domestic violence or all those kind of violence, because of branding, and they are afraid maybe these people might withdraw to sponsor them and all that. So they tend to, in fact, take the player out and sometimes deny the players of what they have done. And I think that's one of the reasons. And it's very, very bad. As a footballer, as a celeb, you should know that all eyes are on you. You should have this behavior. Everybody is looking up to you. In fact, everybody want to learn from you. You understand? You shouldn't be doing things like this. You should know yourself as a footballer. And we have seen cases in the past where players have been accused. Sometimes they are very wrong. Sometimes it's just mere accusations. So I don't know. I'm seeing S. I don't know whether the S is pained. Maybe Greenwood left him for another person and all that. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really know the issues. But Greenwood has, Anthony has come out to say, had come out to deny any wrongdoing. So let's see how the investigation will go. I don't know why they tend to...
But do you think that Manchester United might just melt out the same punishment we saw them melt out against Mason Greenwood?
Yes, I think when you look at these two incidents, they are the same thing. For very similar.
Very similar, yeah.
Very similar. So if you can punish Greenwood for that, I think if Anthony is found guilty, if the evidence is there...
I mean, when they started punishing Mason Greenwood, he was not found guilty.
He was not found guilty, yes, because of the outcry and all that.
Yeah.
So I think he has been suspended from the national team. So I'm looking at maybe after the international break, maybe Manchester United might also suspend him. So I'm looking forward after the international break to see what will happen. But it will really be very bad for Manchester United because already they are lacking in terms of squad depth and all that. Now, Anthony, who is also a very influential